Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I want to talk about Australian fountain pens. I'm Australian, I like Australian products and brands and makers, and I want to talk about some Australian fountain pens. So basically, I've got a range of fountain pens here by Australian makers, and I'm going to do what I'm going to call a top 3 in my collection. And I've tried to do 3 different makers in this. And it's also the way that it kind of worked out, because there are pens, I love all these pens. I don't keep pens I don't love. But these are pens that, the 3 particularly I want to talk about are 3 that stand out for particular reasons. I'm going to start with an honourable mention, and that is these 2 pens down here. These aren't mine. I currently have these on loan. These are from That Pen Bloke. Check out on Instagram, makes amazing pens. I have done a review of this one, but at the moment I've only got a couple on loan. So I really wanted to do like an honourable mention for this pen maker, because he makes amazing pens. Like, these are absolutely incredible pens, and they're beautifully made. They're considered. The craftsmanship, like, that is incredible. So a big shout out to That Pen Bloke for these beautiful pens, and looking forward to adding some to my collection. But I wanted to talk about 3 that are in my collection, and these aren't in any particular order. I'm just going to work sort of across the trays. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to say there's a range. I've put 3 pens here from pen makers that are Australian, Artisan Pens, Pensive Pens, or James Finnis, and Dryad Pens, who aren't making a whole lot of pens anymore or have stopped making pens, but just goes to show the depth of what is actually being done here in Australia. But let's get started with this top 3. I'm going to start with Platypus Pens over here. These are 3D printed pens, and basically designed and coded by Michael over there at Platypus Pens. And then he prints them to your designs, and I've got a prototype of a Model 20 here. I've got a couple of different Quokkas, the Model 1 and the Model 10 there. And then this is the one we're going to look at today. This is the Model 10 Terracotta. So this is a PLA printed filament plastic that has a percentage of terracotta in the material. And it's just beautiful, and I love it. I fell in love with this pen the moment I saw it. It's one of the most inked, sort of, I would say, custom pens in my collection. I use it all the time. I love it. And let's see it writing. So before we write with the Platypus pens, I'm just going to do a very quick writing sample with this pen from That Pen Bloke. So this is, we'll call this the highly commended, only because this isn't my personal pen. It's on loan to me. And this is from That Pen Bloke. This is a beautiful pen. It has a number 6 steel nib, and I think this is a fine. And again, this is Waterman. Serenity Blue. In fact, the ink in all of these pens is Waterman Serenity Blue. This pen writes incredibly smoothly and beautifully wet. I love writing with this pen. It's a nice size in the hand. It's got unique sort of physical characteristics, and just a beautiful finish and beautifully made. So yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely pen from a company doing, or a maker doing incredible things. Now let's have a look at this Platypus pens, and I'm not going to give them numbers because these aren't in any particular order. But Platypus pens, this is the Model 10. So this is just their standard cartridge converter pen, unlike the Twist 3D printed filling system that I have shown. This is once again a number 6 fine nib from Yovo. And once again, Waterman Serenity Blue. Once again, I'd say it writes slightly on the wet side. This is a very comfortable pen. It's a nice size. It posts really nicely, so that it actually sits very comfortably in the hand. But yeah, Platypus pens 3D printed, all coded and designed by Michael, and just a really clever guy doing really sort of unique things, which, yeah, it's very nice. Next, I'm going to talk about this beautiful pen here. This is by Pens by Casey, Casey Giddens over there. And it is made of a California redwood burl wood with some Italian acrylic. It's really lovely. It's a big pen, and it's a nice size in the hand. It doesn't post, but it doesn't need to. And this wood is beautiful, and the use of the acrylic and the combination of the wood and acrylic is something that Casey does probably better than like one of the best I've seen from any pen maker. And so I really enjoy this. It's got lovely accents, and I suppose we should see it writing. Now we'll look at Casey's pen in action. This is beautiful. Like that, firstly, that wood is lovely, but it makes photographing this pen absolutely a nightmare. But that high gloss finish is stunning. I mean, the acrylic there, absolutely lovely. Pens by Casey. This is, as I said, this is a Californian redwood burl, I think. We'll just mark it there as wooden. Oh, didn't spell that right. You get the idea. Once again, and number 6 steel nib. Nothing wrong with a good number 6 steel nib, and these are this is beautiful. This one's a medium. Once again, Waterman Serenity Blue. Gorgeous pen to write with, so nice in the hand, so incredibly comfortable. The weight is great. The section is quite slim in comparison to the body, but because it's a good length section, it feels really nice in the hand. I really, really enjoy this pen, and for those who know me, who know I like pens that write wet, this one writes really wet. And then last we get to Just Turnings. So Just Turnings Bespoke Fountain Pens is by Stephen Just in Queensland. And I have 4 here. So this was the one I originally got, which was nicknamed The Force Awakens. This is one we're going to look at today. It still stands out as an absolute favourite of mine for so many reasons. Beautiful material there, and just a great craftsmanship and a beautiful matte finish on it. I have this, the BYOP, which is the Bring Your Own Pen, which uses the nib and section from a Platinum 3776 fountain pen. Wonderful. And because that nib and section is so comfortable and writes so well, this makes this a really great pen. And I love this because using, a different body for a familiar pen and nib, and it's a fairly standard looking pen, black plastic cigar shaped pen with gold trim, suddenly it's got this incredible personality and life by having this beautiful pen body made for it. And then lastly, the Mimas, which is a Just Turnings blank called Blue Abyss, and this uses the number 8 Jinhao nib, and this is a wonderful pen once again. Big pen, good solid size in the hand, lovely craftsmanship, all of that kind of stuff. But as I said, this is one we're talking about, Force Awakens. It's beautiful. I've really enjoyed it from the moment I got it. It's super comfortable. That matte finish just feels great in the hand. It feels lovely under the fingers, and it's all beautifully crafted and beautifully made. So now let's see that writing. Another pen that is impossible to photograph. You just never quite get the depth of the material there, which is just stunning. So this is Just Turnings, and as I said, we've named this The Force Awakens because that's the name of the material. Number 6 medium nib, Waterman Serenity Blue. Just a lovely, lovely pen. Super wet pen, gorgeous, gorgeous nib, gorgeous, gorgeous material, great in the hand, great feel in the hand, amazing. So yeah, just a really nice pen from an Australian pen maker. So this was just a quick look through some of my Australian fountain pens and a couple of that I've got on loan. I'm a big fan of Australian makers, a big supporter of it. I want to see as many sort of start to, the smaller makers start to achieve some notoriety because they deserve it. They're making amazing things, and people like Stephen Just over there and Casey Giddens, and of course Michael Lew at Platypus Pens, and then you've got Stephen at that pen bloke as well, creating really unique, beautiful pens, and I'm really glad to be able to show them off a little bit here. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you've got products you think I should be looking at, let me know. If you're an Australian pen maker and you would like me to have a look at one of your pens, please get in touch. A big thank you to Stephen, Michael, and then Stephen and Casey for sending or supporting my channel by providing pens or making them available to me, or sort of giving me a good deal on them as well. The support of brands like this and makers like this make my channel possible. So a big thank you to them. And in the meantime, whatever you're writing with, enjoy your pens, and I'll talk to you soon.